Where are you going to go, Zbyszko?
Zbyszko! Oh, man, Raven is coming back after him. Every time Larry Zbyszko comes out here, Raven's got his number.
And look at Zbyszko. Into the ring, out of the ring, and up the ramp he goes, and Raven in pursuit. Up next on Impact, it's Deal or No Deal. Who will Sting bring into the Impact Zone, and what will Jeff Jarrett do?
Sting can get anybody he wants.
And I'm going to let you choose my partner. I just happen to have with me a very lovely game show hostess, the lovely Christy Hemme. We're going to do this in game show format, ladies and gentlemen. Will it be tunnel number 1 or will it be tunnel number 2?
That's awesome.
You have 30 seconds. Deal or no deal?
You show up and sacrifice with your partner because you ain't got nobody back there.
Christy, please show us who's behind tunnel number 1.
Is that all you could dig up?
Christy, please show us who is down tunnel number 2.
I ain't getting sucked into your mind game. I'll see you at sacrifice.
The next time your choices are going to be different.
Sunday, May 14th at Sacrifice, the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, to join forces with his hired assassin, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. This much we know. The opposition to be provided by Sting and his tag team partner. Who's it going to be? Will it be a decision made by the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett? Or will it be another case of no deal for Jarrett?
You know, a lot of people think that the King of the Mountain should have taken one of the tunnels last week. He could have been either facing Sting and Buff Bagwell or Sting and Lex Luger. He chose to wait till this week. That could be a very dangerous decision, Mike, depending on who Sting has.
Jeff Jarrett demanding that Sting come to the ring. Let's cut through the red tape, Jarrett says, and let's decide it right now. Is it going to be deal or no deal? And Don, who is Sting going to bring into the Impact Zone this week? Is it someone from his past? Could it possibly be someone from the TNA current roster?
Oh, you never know what's going on in his mind. I get goose pimples every time I see him walk into the ring like this as the crowd just gets so electric. But you can tell Sting's loving this, Mike. He knows he's playing into the head of Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner. He's got the mind games working just the way he wants.
Oh, he's been notorious for years about getting into the minds of his opponents.
Okay, let's just cut to the chase. You know the drill by now, Jeff. The only difference this week is, instead of having 2 choices, you only get 1 choice this week. So, will it be contestant number, whoever you want to call it, behind curtain number, whatever you want to call it? Right there, Jeff. That's your choice, right there. Yes or no?
What's he gonna do?
Who does this guy think he is? Bob Eubanks? Richard Dawson? This isn't Family Feud. The Newlywed Game? This isn't the Game Show Network. Sting, I'm sick and tired of your mind games. I'm sick and tired of you coming. Shut up. I've got something I want to tell him. At Sacrifice, you better bring you a partner. I've got the best one in the business. Big Papa Pump.
All right, let's just cut to the chase then. Let's have a little bit of music. You got 30 seconds, Jeff. 30 seconds to make up your mind.
What's your decision going to be, King of the Mountain?
I said take the deal. I don't care.
Steiner says let's take the deal.
Oh, he is. Look at this, and you see right there, Jeff's trying to talk some sense into him. I don't know, Scott Steiner might be right. Take the deal. Sometimes maybe if you wait too long, that's giving Sting more choices. Jeff Jarrett right now doesn't know what to do, Mike.
Today, you got any insight this week?
Take the deal, Jarrett, take it.
That music is so annoying, almost as annoying as you are. So tell me, Jeff, do you want the contestant behind that tunnel? Yes or no? Final question, deal or no deal, Jeff?
What do you say, Jarrett? Pull the trigger right now. Let's find out who Sting's partner is.
I'm going to give you people the opportunity to make a main event at a pay-per-view. I want you to help me make the decision. Should I accept the deal tonight?
You think he's going to listen to the fans?
Oh, he's looking for any kind of help right
You're
now.
saying I should accept the deal tonight?
Look into the eyes of Sting right there. You can't figure out what's going on.
Do you think I'm that stupid?
Well, that's unanimous.
I am not accepting the deal. No thanks. I'll push to next week, Stinger, because you ain't got no more fossils to dig up.
Wow, we saw last week that he did have people behind
You
those
leave me no
tunnels.
choice because you've made the choice to make it my choice next week. This contestant right here is now null and void. But I'm going to tell you all about him. Just hold on 1 second. He is an all-American college wrestler. He is a top-selling real estate agent for Keller Williams in Atlanta, Georgia. He is a member of the Cherokee County, Georgia Board of Education, and that's a shoot. He was a 10-time NWA WCW Tag Team Champion. He is also an avid outdoorsman. In other words, Jeff, he hunts and kills for fun. Christy, please, who is behind the tunnel?
Who's it gonna be? Oh! And look at the reaction on Scott Snyder's face because he knows it's his brother Rick Steiner.
The dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. He was potentially Sting's partner, but Jarrett said no deal. I wonder how that's going to work out for the King of the Mountain and Big Papa Pump.
Oh, you gotta be wondering what's going through the mind of Scott Steiner right there. His own brother and Jeff Jarrett. You think he thinks he made the right deal? Because look at the dog-faced gremlin. He's fired up.
Oh, the mind games from Sting continue.
Check it out, Scotty. You gave me the choice.
Stop that business! You want some? Come get some! You don't like me? Baby!
One thing we know, Jeff Jarrett no longer controls his own destiny. Up next on Impact, NWA World Heavyweight Champion Christian Cage one-on-one against Alex Shelley.
The return of an icon.
He's back!
The legend known as Sting made his return at Final Resolution.
It's showtime in TNA!
The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. The fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Had to do it! A man's life was at stake. He's out!
Find out why the X Division has no limits. TNA Final Resolution. Available everywhere at TNAWrestling.com.
See, I had a little health scare, right?
Yeah, you
Last
did.
year in October.
That's right.
And I've seen Sting come back. I've seen Steiner come back. And my phone hasn't. My phone does ring. You can see that obviously it works.
Oh,
but
sure.
Just nobody from TNA has contacted me.
Well, that's got to make you feel pretty mad because, you know, these guys are your colleagues, you know.
And they're substantially underneath my stature. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but I think, sometimes a picture says 1,000 words.
That's
and,
true.
What I basically did here was I constructed a graph.
Oh, wow.
And,
All right.
It starts in 1993. You can see with Hogan and what he drew that year, which was after. This is all profits, of course. Profits to the WWF at that time was $20 million. Bret Hart took over, $17 million. Nash, as the Diesel character, well over $100 million. That's
Huge.
without my merchandise.
Yeah, huge spike in profits.
Huge spike.
Right there. Huge spike.
Largest grossing champion in the history of the business, including merchandise. Merchandise would be a separate chart. Of course, Austin, a great run. Austin, nearly up there with my run, but nowhere close. And of course, the drastic drop off with Rock there after the Austin era. So that, in a nutshell, that kind of shows where the businesses went. Of course, at this time right here, the NWO spike that I, with me at the helm, would have surpassed all this and the $300 million.
So really, you just took your spike from the WWF
and moved it.
and just moved it over to
Moved it,
WCW.
and
Spiked them too.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of spiking.
Imagine with me on Spike. I'm not going to toot my own horn here. Of great worker, incredible mind.